Yeah, I went all over. I went up to Mount Fujiyama. That's quite an Alp they got there, brother. Then I went some shopping on the Ginza, and I went over to the Imperial Palace Hotel. They got a great bar there. Oh, I tell you, it was really a ball. And, of course, I went over to the Shinanki restaurant. You know the Shinanki restaurant. Wonderful place. They got the greatest tomato soup in the world there. I don't know how they make it, but believe me, it's the greatest. Hey, look, you know what I can see down there? Those communal baths I went to. Yeah. Oh, those communal baths, I want to tell you. You see, I went in there and I sat on a three-legged stool and this girl washed me. Pardon me, ma'am, but they do that there, you know. You sit on a three-legged... Boy, is it hot. It was so hot there when I got up, the stool got up with me.
Yes, sir.
How about that? The stool got up with me. Oh, I tell you, it was really something.
I don't think we're going to get much peace on this flight.
He's the guy that runs that roadhouse with those crazy waitresses dressed up like chickens. Well, one night, Al walks into this hotel lobby, and boy, you could have knocked me down.
Did he?
No, not Al. Gosh. Listen, he knew about this little place. You know, it was this sort of club where you oh, I get it. Me and my big mouth. I haven't let you say a word. Here, have a belt. Thank you. But you know something, I'd really like to know what you did in Japan.
Well, we didn't do anything very special, really.
You didn't? Well, and boy, you better listen to me and you realize what you missed.
Darling, you did some very interesting things in Japan. Why don't you tell Mr.
Hackfleisch, Charlie Hackfleisch.
Tell Mr. Hackfleisch, darling. Only tell him quietly while I try and rest.
Oh, yeah. Well, now, I was in the army, see? I was doing kind of secret work. And, well, there were these two fellows with me. One of them had a whistle. He was kind of dark, had a comic face. The other, Mike, he was his brother. Now, I want you to picture...
Pop arriving on the next plane and Katie on the warpath. I went over to the coffee bar to see if Nanky could help, but I got there just as he was starting the cabaret.
Cabaret? It's the Mikado twist!
Listen, that was a great pas de deux.
Pas de deux is a dance for two.
Well, it was a great pas de seven.
2 coffees. 2 espressos.
Nanky, we need your help.
Anything in Tokyo, I help.
Well, who's this guy, Coco?
I no help.
Ah, don't be chicken.
He very famous gangster. He mother people who ask about him.
Well, that proves one thing.
Sure does.
Yeah, I'm chicken.
8 espressos. 8 espressos?
It's quite obvious you've picked the wrong girl. There's lots of girls here. Here, look at this one. She looks like Yum Yum. She talks like Yum Yum. Say something. Oh, she looks like Yum Yum.
11 espressos. 11 espressos? Oh.
Okay, tell me where this guy hangs out. I'll deal with it myself.
I show you where to find Coco.
Yeah, if we can find you. Mike, where are you? Here. Look, let's get out of here, fella. I mean, this is ridiculous. We can't go on like this. Let's get it down.
Come on.
Let's get out of here. Let's go to a nice, clean place.
A more humane Mikado never did in Japan exist. To nobody's second, I'm certainly reckoned a true philanthropist. It is my very humane endeavor to make, to some extent, each evil liver a running river of harmless merriment. My object all sublime, I shall achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pent, unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment. The advertising man who wearies with praises of wash day delight will be stretched out submergent in tubs of detergent and scrubbed till he's whiter than white. The pimpled pop singer attends a series of masses and fugues and airs by Bach interwoven with Spohr and Beethoven, performed by a quartet of squares. The landlord sly with his endless fiddles, his doom's extremely comical. He's made to dwell in a basement cell with a rent that's astronomical. And there he's to solve insoluble riddles like working a one-bar heater with a faulty switch and a bent coin which he can never get into the meter. My object all sublime, I shall achieve in time to make the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner bent, unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment. Those dull DJs with their endless programs who chatter and plug and wheedle are cast away with 10 records to play and a gramophone minus its needle. All politicians who offer us visions of work-free gay tomorrows, we shall gladly connive to exhibit them live in Tussaud's Chamber of Horrors. The lady who tints a chemical yellow or dyes her hair to blue or uplifts her figure to make herself bigger shall slowly be pickled in glue. The idiot driver who sounds his tutor always that moment too soon, we'll catch him and batch him and quickly dispatch him on rocket ships bound for the moon. My object all sublime, I shall achieve in time to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime, and make each prisoner pent, unwillingly represent a source of innocent merriment, of innocent merriment. Yahoo!
They've taken him away, boss. He's back at the hideout.
Oh, dear. What shall we do with him?
Well, you're the boss, boss.
Well, don't keep reminding me. I suppose I better go and see him. It's all decisions, decisions.
Contract with Mama's Pictures. And boys, I did more in those 7 days than most other stars do in 7 long years. It was after my first picture that I decided to retire from films and become a housewife by popular request. Hey, fellas! Only trouble was I didn't have a house, and I wasn't a wife. But I'm saving for a house, and as soon as I find that skunk, Hank Mikado, I shall become a wife.
Where's Hank?
You'd better ask her. She's the chick he's been playing around with.
Oh, I knew my boy always did have good taste.
Judge Mikado, your son has been kidnapped.
I never gave him permission to be kidnapped.
We know where he is, and we can surround the house and get him out at a moment's notice.
If anybody's going to benefit from saving my boy's life, it's going to be me. Let's go, doll. Not you. Her.
Oh, look, Judge is going.
He go Coco hideout. I take you. I show way.
Where's my dress?
No time for dress. We go to fiancé.
But I'll have to drop in at the hotel and change into something. Ah, Coco come! Coco come!
Ah. Ah! Surround him, he's getting loose. Is he all right?
He's safe, boss.
Watch it, watch it. I can't stand insolence. So, you're a pretty sorry-looking figure, aren't you?
Turn me loose and we'll see who's sorry-looking.
Oh, yes. You're a great man with your hands free, aren't you? But put a couple of chains round you, and it's a very different story, isn't it? Ah, that's better. Don't take your eyes off him for a second.
What are you going to do with it?
I think we'll torture him a bit. Yes. We haven't had a good torture lately. That's it. We'll have a torture party. A nice cold buffet, decorations, coloured lights, and a fruit punch. But not too strong. We don't want things to get violent. Then...
Stick 'em up!
Don't point. It's rude.
It ain't loaded.
Good. Men, get that judge. What's the prisoner? No, look, get the judge. What's the prisoner? Look, get the what? Judge the prisoner. Take the man. Oh, dear, isn't this confusing? Just look at them. Aren't they a disgrace to their profession? You can't get the right sort of help these days, you know.
I know just what you mean. We got the same trouble back in the States.
You?
Excuse me a minute. Take 5! Say, don't I know you?
Coco Flintridge?
Herbert Mercado.
Coco Flintridge.
Herbert Mercado.
Coco Flintridge.
Herbert Mercado.
Coco Flintridge.
And I'm Herbert Mercado.
Oh, you should have said.
I did.
Oh.
Say, where am I?
My hideout.
Who's your decorator?
Murder Incorporated.
Say, what goes in a pot?
You do. Right, men. Back up against the wall. Come on against that wall. Come on. Usual gun drill.
Gee, Dad, what do we do now?
Quiet, son, I'm thinking.
It hasn't done us much good so far.
That's one of the things I'm thinking about. You can't do this to me.
My dear Judge, once my mind is made up, nothing on earth is gonna stop it. 1, 2... Now, that's one figure I can sum up.
What are you doing here, Katie?
Huh? Oh, ask him. He brought me here.
Ah, so, gracious lady, come to rescue honorable fiancé from fate worse than death.
Well, yeah, that's right. I came to get Hank. Still, I'm not fanatical about it. I mean, if anyone else has any better suggestion for passing the evening. Judgy, here's your talkative friend.
This man is cuckoo.
Coco. Coco.
If you think you can stuff me into that pot, man, you're cuckoo.
My goodness, Coco. Are you that terrible, nasty, dreadful millionaire gangster?
Oh, that's not quite true.
Did I get the millionaire part right?
What? The last time I signed a check, the bank bounced.
Darling.
No, excuse me. Judge, if I play my cards right, do you think I could get her interested in me?
Well, I don't know. She's a very particular girl. She only goes out with friends or strangers.
Oh, now, come on. You could put a good word in for me.
That's great. First, you want to make me a Sunday stew. Now I'm supposed to run a Lonely Hearts Club.
Well, I was only kidding. Now, look, I tell you what. You can all go free, and your son can marry Yum Yum. Now, see what you can do, eh? Now, come on.
Well, I'll give it a try. It won't be easy, but I'll give it a try. Katie, do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
You bet.
Coco, do you take this woman to be your lawful wedded wife?
Wife? Who said anything about wife?
He did.
I do.
Then with the authority invested in me by the Temperance Club of Whiskeyville, Illinois, I pronounce you as man and wife. $2, please.
Maridi, Coco got the wife. I knew your father would come round in the end.
Yeah.
Well, this calls for celebration, Coco. It isn't every day you get married.
It isn't every day you have to. Anyway, it must be better than television. What do you say, boys?
The flowers that bloom in the spring breathe promise of merry sunshine. As we merrily dance and we sing, we welcome the hope that they bring. Ah, the summer of roses and wine. A summer of roses and wine? Well, that's what we mean when we say that a thing is welcome as flowers that bloom in the spring.
flowers that bloom in the spring. Make old men turn blind to the